Oh, Scotty. Scotty. You done fucked up now. I don't understand why Scottie Pippen, top 50 player of all time, you know, he made that list. Obviously, that list needs to be amended in today's times in 2021. Obviously, you would put Steph in there and Dame Lillard and all these other guys. But what I don't understand with Scottie Pippen is that he's always harbored this resentment toward Michael Jordan. He's always harbored this resentment. Pre-Last Dance doc, he's had that same resentment of the great Michael Jordan. He's always felt underappreciated, and all the greatness, all his own greatness, he's felt underappreciated from the media. He's felt underappreciated from the fans, and also the fans of Chicago. He's always felt underappreciated for some reason because he, in his mind, feels that he is on almost equal standing with Michael Jordan. Because if you look at it from a team perspective, Scotty looks at it like, well, Mike wouldn't have won any championships without me if I'm not there. It's a strong argument to make, strong argument. But, Scotty, you have to let go of this resentment of Jordan. You have to let it go, man. I understand it's got to be incredibly difficult for you to live in the shadow of arguably the greatest basketball player breathing air. It's got to be hard. It's got to be difficult. But at the same time, look what you got from being, the sidekick of the greatest player of all time. You got to be in the top 50 greatest players of all time. Scotty, I ask you, would you have made that list if you didn't play with Michael Jordan? I don't think you would have. I don't think you would be as great as you became or as great as everyone has seen you be great through all of those championship years without Michael Jordan. You wouldn't be a great player without him. So this notion that you're upset about The Last Dance, you feel like you weren't depicted in the greatest of lights, I can understand that. I can see how you could look at it and say, hey, I want to completely erase the Tony Kukoc situation where I pouted at the end of the bench because Phil said Tony should take the last shot. And, oh, my goodness, Phil was right because Tony hit the last second shot. So it made you look stupid and it made you look selfish. I get it. It was the most selfish thing that you've ever done in your career, and you would love for people to forget about it. But that's not how documentaries work, Scotty. Documentaries document all of events. And The Last Dance was trying to depict everything and lead you to the last season. It was very artfully done. It won an award, so your sour grapes doesn't really hold very well. So to me, it seems like Scotty wants, it almost sounds as if he wanted to have 5 episodes be dedicated to him and the team and 5 episodes dedicated to Mike. But in reality, that's not how it works, man. You could do any kind of documentary. You could do a documentary on the Rolling Stones. Hey, let's look at Queen, right? They just did a documentary on Queen, a movie. Rami Malek won the award for that, playing Freddie Mercury. Do you think the rest of Queen was ticked off about the movie? Because it really just highlighted Freddie Mercury. That's the point. Freddie Mercury is the star. He's the biggest star of the group. That's just the reality of the situation. And that's your reality, Scotty. You are the star of the team. This man right here is the star of the team, Scotty. This man right here, Scotty. This man. Is this you? Did you hit this last second shot? Okay, I don't think you did. All right? So the point is, Scottie Pippen, stop tugging on the GOAT's cape. Just accept your role as number 2 on those great dynasty teams. There's no shame in that, Scotty. I love you. Man, I grew up watching you play, man. I watched those years when Jordan left. Hey, you're a great player, man. But you're not MJ. and nor you will ever be MJ. All right. And I just want to highlight those who have taken Scottie's side in this thing. And by the way, Scottie's coming out with a book called Unguarded, right? So he's spilling all the tea apparently during those championship years because he was so peeved about how he was depicted in The Last Dance. Come on, man. Come on. They dedicated a whole episode to you. It was episode 2. I remember it. I watched it last spring. He had a whole episode dedicated to you and how you came up through the ranks, how you became the basketball player you became, all the way from Arkansas. They showed all his old footage. They did all of these things. So what is your problem? Oh, I get it. You just don't want to be looked at in a negative light. That's not how documentaries work. So I don't know. That's just my thought. I was going to come real hard on Scottie on this video, but man, I'm coming hard at him from love instead because I understand, I don't understand. None of us understand how hard it is to live in the shadow of a GOAT. And Scottie's been living with it his entire career, unfortunately.